I literally can't breathe after that episode. Like, what did I just witness? What was that? I'm still sitting here, staring at my screen, hands shaking, replaying that moment over and over again in my head, like some kind of emotional torture, because there's no way this ends well. Not for Smitty, not for Jacob, not for anyone. It starts off quietly, too quietly. And honestly, that should have been my first warning. You know that feeling when something feels wrong but you can't quite explain it? Like when you leave the house and suddenly wonder if you locked the door, except this time the door is someone's life about to fall apart. Yeah, that feeling. And then we get that scene under the stairs. God, that setting alone already feels like a bad omen. Dim lighting, echoes. That kind of awkward, hidden corner where secrets don't just get shared, they get buried or exposed. Jacob is already there, waiting, tense. I can feel it through the screen. He's not relaxed, not even a little. He's the kind of guy who already knows something is wrong before the words are even spoken. And then Smitty shows up, and I swear, the moment he opens his mouth, I just want to scream at him, stop talking. Just stop. Turn around. Go home. But no, of course not. Because Smitty, oh my God, Smitty, he's proud of what he's done. Like a kid showing off a trophy that's actually a ticking bomb. He starts talking about his investigation into Grayson. And at first, I lean in a little. Okay, progress. Maybe this is good. Maybe, then he says it, he broke into the hospital system. I literally froze. Like, no. You didn't just say that. You didn't just casually admit to committing a crime like it's some kind of achievement. And Jacob's reaction? Exactly what I was feeling. Shock. Pure shock. You can see it in his face, this instant realization that things have gone way too far. That this isn't just digging for information anymore. This is dangerous, illegal, reckless. And he tells Smitty, he warns him, again, Jacob isn't stupid. He knows the line. He's been dancing around it this whole time. Sure, but Smitty just jumped over it like it didn't exist. And the worst part, Smitty doesn't even seem scared. He reassures Jacob calmly, confidently, I wasn't caught. Oh my God. That line, I wanted to reach through the screen and shake him. Because that's not how this works. That's never how this works. Just because you think you got away with it doesn't mean you did. And guess what? He didn't. Because while Smitty is standing there bragging, literally bragging about hacking into a hospital computer system, Nicole already knows. And this is where everything just spirals. We cut to Nicole in her office. And there's something about her expression, subtle but sharp, the kind of look that says, something's not right. She notices the breach. Someone tried to access her computer. Not patient data, not random files. No, information about the medical staff. And that is the moment everything shifts. Because now this isn't just a random hack. This is targeted. And Nicole, she doesn't hesitate. She picks up the phone, emergency call, done. No second thoughts. No, maybe I'll wait. No hesitation. And honestly, I can't even blame her. I know part of me wants to scream, no, Nicole, don't do it, because I know what's coming. I know who's on the other end of this mess. But from her perspective, she's doing exactly what she's supposed to do. This is her job, her responsibility, and that's what makes it hurt even more, because she has no idea that the person she's about to expose is someone she knows. And then Leah enters the picture. And I swear, the temperature in the room just drops. Nicole explains the situation. Someone is trying to extract information not about patients, but about staff. And Leah's face changes. It's subtle, but it's there. That moment when something clicks, when suspicion turns into certainty. And I just know she already has a theory. Because this isn't random. This is connected to Plasma King. And Leah, she protects that organization like it's her own blood. The moment she senses a threat, it's over. She promises Nicole that whoever did this will not escape. Not for any reason. And the way she says it, chilling, no anger, no shouting, just cold, controlled certainty. That's worse, way worse. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here thinking, Smitty, you have no idea what you just walked into. Because this isn't just about getting caught anymore. This is about who's catching you. And Leah, she doesn't forgive. She doesn't overlook. She destroys. And then it hits me, the surveillance footage. Oh no. Oh no. Because of course there's footage. Of course there is. It's a hospital. Security cameras everywhere. Every hallway. Every corner. And if they check the logs, if they track the access point, if they match the time, they're going to see him, Smitty, clear as day, entering, snooping, leaving, and there's nothing he can do about it. Nothing. I can't even describe the dread I felt at that realization. It's like watching someone walk straight into a trap you can already see. And the worst part, he thinks he's safe. But wait, it gets worse. Because Leah isn't just reacting. She's planning, and I don't trust that calm. Not for a second. She's setting something up. I can feel it. The way she processes information, the way she connects dots, it's not random, it's strategic. And if she suspects Smitty, then Jacob isn't far behind. That's what scares me the most. Because Jacob didn't hack the system. But he knows. He's involved. And in Leah's world, that's enough. I start spiraling at this point. Seriously. I'm pacing around my room like an idiot, trying to process all the possible outcomes. Because if Smitty gets caught, and let's be honest, he will, then what happens to Jacob? Does he get exposed too? Does Leah already suspect him? Is this all part of a bigger trap? And then there's Nicole. Oh God, Nicole. She's going to find out. She has to. When the investigation leads back to Smitty, when the footage is reviewed, when the identity is confirmed, she's going to realize that she was the one who triggered this. That her call, her decision, led to his arrest. Can you imagine that moment? That realization? The guilt? Because again, she didn't do anything wrong. But that doesn't make it hurt less. And then there's this other layer, this bigger picture that's slowly creeping in. Because while all of this chaos is happening, there are other forces moving. Jakob isn't alone. He reached out to Elon. And I don't know what kind of help he's expecting, but clearly it's serious because Elon doesn't act directly. He sends Marcel. And Marcel, he's not just some messenger. He wants to investigate himself through Leah, which is insane. Because now we have multiple people circling the same target from different angles. And none of them fully trust each other. This is a disaster waiting to explode. And then we circle back to Grayson. Because somehow, in the middle of all this chaos, that thread is still there. Still important, still dangerous. Smitty gave Jacob information, enough for Jacob to realize something crucial. Grayson is not right for Ashley. And I just, that whole situation is a mess on its own. Because now, Jacob has a choice. Does he warn Ashley? Does he interfere? Or does he stay silent and let things unfold? But let's be real. Ashley isn't stupid. If she receives a warning, anonymous or not, she's going to question it. She's going to dig deeper. And curiosity in this world, that's dangerous. Because the more she looks into Grayson, the closer she gets to the truth. And Leah is not going to like that. Not one bit. I can already see it. Ashley getting pulled into something she doesn't understand. Leah watching from the shadows. Jacob trying to intervene but being too late. Everything collapsing at once. And Jacob, he's standing on the edge right now. Everything's built, this investigation, these connections, it's all at risk. Because Leah is closing in, and if she gets access to the same information, if she connects the same dots, it's over. So something has to change. Something big. Because if Jacob keeps going the way he is now, he's not just going to fail, he's going to get destroyed. And I keep thinking about that final possibility, that terrifying, unavoidable possibility. What if Smitty is already caught? What if the trap has already been set? What if everything we're watching now is just the countdown? I hate this. I hate how invested I am. I hate how I can't stop thinking about it. Because this isn't just a story anymore. It feels real, messy, unpredictable, brutal. And I swear, if Smitty gets dragged down, Jacob is going with him. No question. So what happens next? Honestly, I think everything breaks. Smitty gets exposed, arrested, maybe worse. Nicole is shattered by the truth. Jacob is forced into a corner, either run or fight. Leah tightens her grip, eliminating every threat. Ashley steps into danger without realizing it. And Marcel? He uncovers something that changes everything. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it gets even worse. Because at this point, nothing would surprise me anymore. Nothing.